The best way you can support me is with a simple subscribe. Subscribe to my channel for more content like this. All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? Meek Mill's out doing interviews to promote his album. They corrected me in my comment section. Wins and losses. I think I said against all odds yesterday and they killed me. I take my criticism. I take it on the chin. I'm fine with that. I can take it. I'm good. I'm Mr. TALIAFERRO. We good money around here. Anyways, Meek Mill's doing interviews. He did one with Hot 970 in the morning. By the way, I've been told that he won't be doing one with Breakfast Club, by the way. He's doing interviews, and I really respect Meek Mill for doing this. I'm a fan of the culture. I'm a fan of interviews. I'm a fan of that. That's where I come up through. Y'all know I got my share of interviews out in the atmosphere. I did interviews with Rose and met Wale and talked to him. Like, y'all know I love interviews. I love, and I love people around MMG as well. So, I'm into the interview game. By the way, yet to meet Meek Mill, but I do want to let that interview happen at some point down the line. In interviews, let me set off this disclaimer. Meek Mill always knows the right thing to say. All right, we're going to do a few stories on this back to back to back, no pun intended. But I do like what Meek Mill, the points that he gets in his interviews and what he doesn't address in his interviews as well. I think he says just enough. It's Meek Mill's actions that don't equal out to his interviews, because he always has the right thing to say. Meek Mill spoke on a plethora of things. We're going to talk about all of them again on this channel. One thing that he discussed was Remy Ma and that Sheether joint. For those who don't remember what Remy Ma said about Nicki Minaj, let's backtrack here. All right, let's go back to that track. I'll put it up on the screen, and this is what Remy said about Nicki Minaj. And I saw Meek at All-Star. He told me your ass dropped. He couldn't fuck you for 3 months because your ass dropped. Now, I don't think y'all understand how bad her ass got. Them implants that she had put in her ass, they popped. I was like, damn, 90 days and you couldn't have a box? Did she at least compensate, start giving you mad top? Her name Minaj, right? She ain't throwing you some bad thoughts? He said, nah. That's when I knew you was really a trash bop. All right, so Meek in the interview with Ebro and Laura Styles this morning, he cleared that up. He said, I never told that to Remy, and if she would ever do an interview, she probably would tell you that herself, that was a lie, pretty much. All right, Meek wasn't being malicious towards Remy. He's just stating what I think was common sense to a lot of people, but you never know, right? So Meek Mill, we did a story a while back. I believe we broke that Meek and Remy did have a conversation during All-Star Weekend. But Meek saying that conversation never took place. He never talked about Nicki. And I'm not going to lie, I tend to believe Meek, right? Again, with Meek, he says the right things in interviews, but sometimes his actions are in the other direction. And I root for Meek Mill. I'm a big Meek Mill fan. He's one of the only guys in rap, I believe, that can still sell albums. And the fact that this was over his head, I think is something good to say, nah, bro, we don't get down like that. In the interviews, if you watch it, he's saying pretty much, my cousin, my mom, or if something came out with O'Malley or anyone close to me, I'm not getting on the radio and airing them out and then trying to fix that with them down the line. So he brought up Nicki and he was like, look, whatever me and Nicki had, how we broke up, I'm not just finna air that out with somebody else or in an interview. That's just not how I rock. I kind of believe me. He said he ain't never told Remy those things. The stories had come out that he did say that to Remy about Nicki's ass dropping and pretty much. And did you believe that she wasn't even giving me the box? And did you know she ain't really about that Minaj lifestyle? Well, Meek saying none of that never happened. And for anyone who really believed that, you gotta be crazy. It was just a play on words. It's hip hop. Remy was looking for anything she could use to hit Nicki with a low blow. The whole song was made of lies, right? She never had sex with Ebro. She never had sex with Trey Songz. Remy never heard that about Nicki. She just used it for a record. Now, a lot of people in hip-hop world said that Nicki Minaj, because if you knew these were lies about you, why didn't you go back and make up lies about her and do a whole record to not just a verse on No Frauds about Remy? If you knew they were lies from the beginning, why didn't you say something? So I think that kind of hurt Nicki a little bit, not really addressing the fact that all this shit was lies, and then going at people like Trey Songz on social media instead of going at the source, which was Remy Ma. And Meek finally, he said he addressed stuff on his time, and he's like, I finally feel like addressing this. I never told Remy any of that stuff. Anyone that believes that, I think that's kind of crazy that you really believe what's in rap versions as if 99% of it's not lies. Like, have you not learned anything about the rappers talking about shooting guns that they've never shot before? These dudes ain't gangster, most of them. And I'm not talking about Meek, I'm just saying in general, these dudes ain't gangster. They ain't shot guns. They ain't robbed niggas like they say they would. These niggas would be locked up. You don't think police got phones? You don't think they got social media? Right? So if anybody would believe that, you probably be the fool, not Remy Ma. She was just getting off on her verse. Right? Meek Mill clears that up. Talk to me in comment box below. Says he never told Remy that Nicki's ass dropped. It was butt implants, all that. Had no threesome, nothing. Meek said he didn't tell Remy none of that. All right. Talk to me. Comment box below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so for more exclusive content like this. Stay tuned. More Meek Mill interview with Ebro in the morning coming up. Talk to me. Comment box below. We're doing a lot on this one. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty. Yeah.